Real talk, real people.
Sure, y'all ready for this?
We talk about stuff that y'all whisper about.
Tune in, turn it up, sit back and vibe. Like, subscribe, haha, that's right, they live. Wait again a minute, they gon' blow your mind. And when the show over, you can press rewind.
Wait again a minute, wave your hands with it.
What's up, world? It's Wit Again Minute Podcast with another dope episode. I am Mr. Ure, and I have my co-host here with me tonight.
And of course, y'all already know it's Gam in the building.
Oh,
How's
Lord,
it going,
all
Mr.
that
Ure?
extra stuff. Come on, man. I'm going fine. How you doing?
I'm doing good, but why I gotta be extra though?
I mean, you had to come in almost like we was rapping. You was the feature on the song or something like. Oh no, don't try it. Don't try it. Don't try it.
No, I ain't messing with it.
How you doing? You enjoying the weather today? Everything good?
Everything is good. Everything is good. Yes, I am enjoying the weather. However, I love potting, right?
Right.
But I want to get home and twiddle my toes a little bit.
Yeah, because you got a crock pot meal you did. I'm so proud of you, man.
This is a fucking hater here.
Man. I just said you got a crock pot meal that you put together.
Tell the people what I cooked in the crock pot.
She have
'Cause he's a
turkey
hater.
wings, people, with over a bed of rice and vegetables. And I'm proud of it, man, because, it was going to be that or cookout. So
Absolutely, but the whole thing is this is the part that I'm really feeling some type of way about, because I'm just starting out, right? And I asked you if you wanted a plate,
right.
but you don't want a plate, so I feel some type of way.
No, it ain't about you. I don't trust your food. See, listen, I'm 45, right? I gotta go home and eat. You know how y'all women is. If you ain't hungry when you get home, what the fuck you be eating that? I gotta eat when I get home,
No,
man.
Coretta is understanding.
Yeah, but she ain't that understanding when she
different.
been on the stove and I come home. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I done had some turkey wings and rice. I'm like, them. I'm good, baby. Give me a dinner floss. I'm good. Nah, she ain't with that.
Ain't no way.
Mm-hmm.
So we got one of your homeboys from your area, because y'all already know he reps his area Jericho. I don't know what he think. I think you think it's like South Central or something. Like y'all really like that.
Well, so let me correct you. First, this is my brother. This
Your brother.
homeboy, right? It's my
Okay.
brother. It's a little deeper than homeboys because
Okay.
we share a very similar vision in life at this
Gotcha.
point right now, right? But
Understood.
But we did come from the same struggle, the same ghetto hood area, right? And the reason I probably rep it so hard is because we was probably, and I'm saying this on word, was probably the last community in this side of town to get a restroom. I grew up without a restaurant.
without a
And so
restroom.
when you see somebody, any excuse that a person can make, I think we have tackled those situations. And, this is not what I'm about to say, right? Not meaning nonsense. But on a street perspective, we've held the torch the longest.
Okay. I
Spew
respect
Street
that.
would probably be second to Jericho. This is just my personal opinion, but we held the torch the longest.
Hey, ain't
Okay.
no wrong with that.
This brother is, we've been knowing each other forever, same community, same, situations that was thrown at him was thrown at me. We shared the same railroad track. We knew the train so well that without looking at the clock, we could tell you after midnight what time it was. This train was probably,
Ain't no way.
12:18 or 12:20, like literally, right? It's a art to growing up in downtown Suffolk and in these type of communities. But this brother is near and dear to me because I seen the growth. I'm just rolling the carpet out for him right now, allow him to tell his story, and got a lot of love for this brother because he's been tested. He's proven. You know what I'm saying? He is. He's morphed into a man that has led by example for real. Like when you thought it was over, it won't over. You know what I'm saying? So, without further ado, I want to introduce my brother to Wit Again Minute Podcast. Thanks for your time, brother. Formally introduce yourself and let's talk, man.
Man, first and foremost, man, I got to thank Wit Again Minute for even, considering bringing me on the podcast.
Of course.
And I thank you for that, bro.
Yeah.
Derek, man, I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but if y'all don't know me, my name is Uhuru Asadi, formerly known as such and such. If y'all, you know me from,
right.
that era, then
right.
yeah. Or I only like saying the name. But
That's right. But tell the podcast, what is it that you give them the most simplified name of your new name that you would like them to call you?
Yeah, this you could call me Zaki because a lot of people have trouble
Zaki.
with the Uhuru. It's a
Zaki.
tongue twister.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then, you know, like when people like mispronounce, because I still have an issue. When people mispronounce my name,
yeah.
I get kind of like, I get a little funky.
Right.
Especially if you know me.
Yeah.
But, you know, people who don't know, they tear it up all the time. But it's good to correct them, too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a tongue twister. The
Yeah.
Uhuru is a tongue twister. But Zaki has been like the more favorable name that people like, even with my jobs. Like, yeah, my supervisor, he be trying to say Uhuru, but he butcher it every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So I'm
butcher
gonna
it.
say, I'm gonna follow him and say Zaki too.
Zaki.
Yeah, Zaki
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zaki
It's,
is
it's gonna have to do because I don't want to butcher your name.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about. I mean, you know, your brother here has told us that you know you're from Jericho and some of the things that may have came your way, but give us a little bit of backstory early on about who you were growing up.
Well, you know, my mom, she moved like back and forth because she was basically a single mother for real. My pops, she was in and out, but my mom trying to raise 6 kids. But my grandfather ended up taking my oldest brother, raising him. So my mother was left with 5 kids to raise.
Okay.
And I think she did a pretty good job at, you know, raising her 5 kids on her own. Due to the economy during that time and era, like, yeah, the money that we seeing today wasn't like in that era.
Right.
You know, my mom working like little part-time jobs here and there, like cleaning rooms, like going to people's houses, cleaning. But, you know what I mean, she made a way. And it's one thing that I reflected on after I started getting older, that I had never seen my mother get out there in the streets and hustle. Neither my father, grandfather, grandmother. But they was able to provide for a household, a family,
Right.
without even going to the streets. That's one thing that stood out to me about my mother, my family in general.
Right.
But yeah, I was single household. She raised us on good principles, good morals. But it seems as if the environment, people
Had
try
a
to,
way.
people, you know, they try to say that environment don't plays a part. Environment plays 95% of the part of when, you know, young men developing. And you take that and you mix it in with the narcotics, the pharmaceuticals, the rap music, all that stuff played a part in us coming up, as Derek was saying, like, you know, and I'm quite sure he came from a good household family too, but we came to a fork and we took that left turn,
Right.
that quick route, you know what I mean? And that quick route, you know, it landed me in a lot of places when I was young, from juvie hall to jail until I started getting older. You know, when you're young, you don't really get no real time. Yeah, the petty crimes is like stealing bikes. You know what I mean?
So hold on, you know what? Remember I told y'all one time somebody stole my bike. I just got it for. Was that your ass? 'Cause I had got a beach cruiser for Christmas, a black. I'll never forget it. My grandma had got it from Burn Hardware's, I think, and it came out of B-load and it was gone. It probably was your ass. Go ahead.
Nah, that won't. Because see, it was the wrong side of town. Back then we were geographical, so we had a
Okay, gotcha.
area.
So y'all was scared of Saratoga.
Nah,
what
I
you
wasn't
saying?
scared.
Gotcha.
No.
What's crazy is that, like, even though we beef with Saratoga,
Yeah.
like, I was able to go to spots like Saratoga without no stripe.
Me
but,
too.
but my homeboys and them,
Yeah.
they couldn't go in them areas.
Yeah.
South Suffolk,
Yeah.
Right.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
I was able to go to those
Yeah.
places,
Yeah.
like, without, you know what I mean? But
And I was
his
too,
ass.
because we moved. I started in Jericho. We moved to Culloden. We moved back to Jericho. You know, we moved to another street in Jericho. We moved to Hollywood. So when we moved
Y'all
to
were everywhere.
it was everywhere. But when we moved to Culloden Street for that while, I got cool with guys on that side. So you know,
Okay.
going to Birdsong was a thing. So I met a lot of dudes through, you know, sports and just, you know, like jigging bikes and shit like that. So yeah.
Okay, so you were over. You started with stealing their bikes, and then
I
what?
started with stealing bikes. Then it graduated from stealing bikes to, like, going to, like, Belo's, Roses. What we was doing at that time, we started hustling. Like, we would steal cartons of Newports, cigarettes. We'd run out the door. With my younger brother would step, you know, they had those, like, the doors that open up. So what it was is, like, he would step on the door, because he used to have the cartons of Newports, the cigarettes, right by the door. That big plastic vase.
That was smart.
So,
About the damn door.
yeah, so we'll take, like, 6, 8 boxes of, and just take off running out the store with them.
Right.
And we would sell them in our neighborhood, like, and that's how we started like our little hustle.
Yeah.
And then I ended up getting locked up for finding a train caboose for blowing the horn, right? And yeah, I started the train because it was blowing. It wasn't about on the tracks.
All right.
And they was trying to say that I was like needed help, like I was off the judge.
Yeah.
So they gave me 8 to 11 at Beaumont Learning Center. That was the first time that I ever been away from my family.
Yeah.
For that.
Hold on,
amount
they
of time.
gave you how many
8 to 11
Months.
months?
Yeah, 8 to 11 months.
So for those who
way.
don't know, Beaumont, Handover, Bonaire,
Right, I
all these
remember them,
juvenile
yeah.
places, right? Beaumont was the top flight, right? And if you ever been to Beaumont or heard about it, unfortunately, they were known for having good dinner rolls, real good bread,
know what?
right? But I hate to say that.
That's crazy.
Hey.
Unfortunately.
You went there too.
I'm
You was a
familiar
little
with
bad.
it. So, what the brother is explaining, for those who may not know about Beaumont, that's a juvenile prison, basically.
Here in Virginia.
Yeah.
In Virginia, near Goochland, up in there. Somewhere. Beaumont,
Okay.
Virginia, actually.
So I get there, right? And see, and that's another thing too, while I'm on this subject. Like those environments with kids, like young kids, there's no structure there.
Right.
Basically, you're around more kids that got our area was considered like, dudes like
Slower.
that. Yeah, slower, like slower than Richmond.
Right.
Slower than like Newport News, Hampton, Virginia Beach, right? But dudes didn't come down here with that madness and foolishness, right? But anyway, up there, it's a whole different, because I was the only one from Suffolk up there.
Okay.
So, they started calling me little monster, little peanut. Yeah, like, because, when guys feel like that, you don't really have no backing. Like, even in those facilities, like juveniles, you become a target. But
Right.
me, young like that,
Right.
it was different.
Right.
It was because dudes just like, I came up fighting.
Yeah.
So it wasn't one of those ones like you can just pick with me and I don't fight. So
Right.
my first altercation is I got to fight with a guy from Richmond. Tall guy named I forget his name, man.
We're gonna call him just 804.
Yeah.
804
So,
whooped that ass, didn't
yeah, I'm talking about. When I'm talking about, I dust this dude off so
you
bad.
dusted him?
I'm talking about I dust him off so bad. I'm talking about. That's when they started calling me monster. That's when,
Okay.
they started calling me monster. Then.
But see, the thing in them environments like that, something that we understood early on was that all you got to do is make an example out of one person.
One person.
Right?
Yep.
And then the narrative changed.
It changed.
Right.
So
That
that was
sounds
my
like
first
it.
experience of being away
Being
from my
away.
family that long of a period of time. And that was for shooting at the occupied. It got me shooting at the occupied dwelling with a deadly weapon. So
Right.
yes.
And so go ahead.
So you were so you were starting out, you know what I'm saying? You started out, jigging bikes, then you went to people leave their bike at the store and then you come to take their bike. Then it went to so all the things that are happening, like what is your mom and your dad saying? Like how, like what are they saying to you to, try to figure out like what's going on with you, or or punishment, or
I mean,
whatever.
like I said, my father, he was there, but he wasn't there. He was in and
Gotcha.
out, right? He was, and when he was there, he was a strict
Authoritative.
disciplinarian. I'm talking about, If he see, like, people used to say abuse. Like, no, my pops believe if you fucked up, he gonna make you know that you mad. He ain't just
Right.
walk around the house, because my pop was, he was an alcoholic too.
Okay, gotcha.
So he wouldn't beat us, like, if he was intoxicated.
Oh,
He wouldn't beat us if we did something crazy, because even though he was intoxicated, I guess he had enough
control, yeah.
not to, you know what I mean? But when he put the paws on you, he put the paws on you. And I'm talking about my pops. This was one time I remember we were staying in Jericho, right? They just threw the house down though, the duplex.
Yeah.
I'm talking about. I came in the house about 1 o'clock probably. I had been out stealing. Yeah, me, PL, homeboy TK, right?
Yeah.
So I come upstairs.
Shout out to TK.
Yeah,
Rest
shout
in
out-
peace, PL.
Yeah, absolutely. So we was upstairs. I knew my pops was sitting in that back room, right? And I don't think they can come get my pops for this charge. I hope you're good. But look, check this out. See, my pops had an AC extension cord, the thick gray AC extension cord, and I'm talking about. I see that on his lap when I was walking past the door right when I was coming upstairs. I see this, and my mother was like in the living room area because upstairs the front door is like, and they got that little patio.
Right.
So my mom was like, she stood up. She's like, where you been at? I was like, out. Looking at the clock. So I heard because upstairs it creeps a lot when you be moving. Yeah. So and my pops is big. My pop, my pops big dude.
Yeah.
Right. I see when that joint hanging from his arm. I was like, oh hell no! I'm talking about, I literally jumped off the balcony.
Second story.
Yeah, I'm talking about. We had like Big Boo Boo and them was out there at night, because they got their hustle.
Yeah.
Right. I'm talking about they didn't know where I came from. All they said was me dropped to the ground.
It's like, damn, where you come from?
I know you did something. I'm like, yeah, man, pops said most of my just took off running.
Yeah.
Well, that was one of the experiences. Yeah. Like my pops, he was like, he ain't play no games, man. Yeah, because when he put it on you, he put it on. He ain't doing no games. Yeah, he ain't playing no games.
So that was your first stint. You going away for 8 to 11 months, and then like what happened after then? Like you came back home and then you started getting into more trouble.
That's what I'm saying. Like those places,
like
those
made
juveniles. It made it worse because
shopping you up.
Yeah, because you around the other kids that's more advanced than you know what I mean.
Correct.
So it ain't no situation where you be around people and it's like still shopping, still like some educational stuff, like some knowledge. It's like you continue to spiral out of control because there's no one there to put a check to it.
Right.
Like there's no structure. Like I was saying, there's no structure. So when I came home, my mother had a nervous breakdown. Because we kept on getting in trouble. Me and my two other younger siblings, right? Mother had a nervous breakdown. So my cousins, the aunts and them, instead of them allowing us to go to foster care to some strangers, that's everybody from the family that's chipped in. My Aunt Margaret, my Uncle Henry took custody of me, and a few of my other cousins and relatives took my other two brothers. And they went to Holland. But it was still within the family. My mother still had access to it. We still go to my mother, so we wasn't like spread out all over the place. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, that was how that unraveled. And then I can go in.
Go.
Right? So I'm staying with my Uncle Henry in Oakdale, part of Suffolk, Virginia. Oakdale, y'all know Oakdale.
Yeah.
I'm doing good, going to school and everything, right? So what I was doing back then, I would leave Oakdale, go all the way to Atlanta around PLTK. And this when I first got introduced to cooking up.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Drugs.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the real. We would go to Woolworth
I know.
and steal the unscented candles, the white candles, the candles, and cornmeal, and we would cook up fake crack and sell it.
Wow.
That's my first. And because I was getting vouchers. I think it was like $400-$500 vouchers that they was given for her for the foster care. But I was getting like extra clothing from somewhere, and a parent, even though she was my aunt, she still like she was attentive, alert. Like I don't remember buying you that, but she never paid it any mind.
Right.
Until I got out of control with her, out of hand with her. I'm talking about coming in the house every day with something new, and that. Turn a light switch on with my Uncle Henry. So my cousin Coon, I think you know Coon.
Yeah.
He was on drugs real bad back then. Guess what happened? I had a super glue. I had 2 super glue tubes. The big long. I'm talking about I had about $4,000 for fake crack. So because Coon knew I'd be over there hustling. He done seen me over there hustling at Atlanta part, right? Yeah. So he just knew I got some work in there. So I think he got mad because he probably wanted to go smoke it and found out it was fake and went and sold it to him. And that's when he's like, yo, I can't do it no more.
Right.
And see, as kids, you don't understand, like, even though those drugs were fake, right? If, like he was telling me, my Uncle Henry set me down on the table like a grown man and talked. He's like, you got to go, man. I can't afford you.
Doing that,
Yeah, because he had a store. The Henry Friendly Grocers, that was the store.
Yeah, Henry sells Oakdale,
Yeah, so he was like, you can't stay here no more. You got to go back to your mother. And I'm talking about within 3 months, I was locked back up.
Yeah.
But I'm saying because the environment. That's what I'm saying. Like the environment plays a pivotal role in the development of young boys. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking within 3 months, I was locked back up. You know.
So let me close the gap in on this. So this is when he's talking, man. I got chills running through me, right? Because there's so many legendary things in these statements that. So you know that my son, mom, is with his daughter, right? I mean, I saw y'all in the picture.
Oh wow!
Right. So you know that gap is.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's my oldest son. So and
my cousin Wilford.
Yeah, your cousin Wilford, his daughter, his oldest daughter's son.
Yep.
All right. So, all right. So, but PL was one of the youngest. You know, I have a list of people that I know. Mm-hmm. He was, to me, that I can recollect on the youngest hustler, grown man ever. Right. Yeah. It's like him, Jew baby.
Yeah.
Like Lil J, then probably me. Like I come out the street in 12, 13 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Them dudes was drinking 40s at 11. Am I lying?
Right.
So PL was a little guy who went up to a car in Atlanta and dude hit him and killed him.
For that.
As a kid. For that. What he's talking about. And he was on a cold case for years. And finally, about, I was down when they arrested the guy. I think, was he from DC or something?
Yeah, it was like, but we know him.
Yeah, I know.
We grew up with him.
I know.
Yeah.
But
shame.
It was a cold case for a long time. So when he's telling you this story, I'm telling this to the audience so you guys can bridge the gap.
Right.
That he's in a part of this early on. Mm-hmm. TK is doing good. He's into dump trucks, I think. And he's here, but Pierre's no longer here.
And that was like, I'm talking about, we was like this.
Man, that don't mess everybody up.
I'm talking about the night it happened, my older brother, he was staying on Duke Street in South Suffolk, right? I'm staying with Uncle Henry in Oakdale. Him and Mike Outland, I'm talking about, he came on, because my brother used to have a box Max.
Clean, fast,
clean,
stone.
He came on that joint. I'm talking about in tears, right? And I'm talking about I get goosebumps about it because I still remember how he came over there.
Right.
Man, he was like, man, tell me you want around there. Tell me you want around there. I was like, man, what you talking about? Because Mike had a 280Z.
Yeah.
He got, he fussing at me, right? He's like, man, I know y'all was over there selling that fake shit. Fake that. Pierre got killed. He got killed. I'm like, oh, snap, right? And I'm just thinking about that joint, man, that's outside. Because matter of fact, I was playing with her, I had got this remote control car, Saghetti.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that joint. That was the fastest remote control car that I ever seen, right? Because I was outside playing with that when they rolled up, man. And then he told me that, and I was like, wow, man. Yeah, he died
That messed me up because that was maybe a couple of years, a year or two after Steve had got killed, which is, you know what I mean? And Steve's body was found right down the street on Jose Road.
Right.
So them junks messed me up. Steve is Lil Bookie and Sands' brother. They had a brother that got killed.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Bro, but
man,
it's crazy, right? On both occasions, me and on this, the bid I was going, the time I was going this, I ran into both of them.
Yeah.
I was the celly, the dude who unalived Steve.
Yeah, for real, man.
On everything, Wallahi.
He was from DC.
He was from DC.
Yeah, that's what I'm mixing up here. Yeah,
that's that's the dude that unalived Steve is Ronell Walker and their uncle. That's their first uncle.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow. I was in the cell with him, bro.
Yeah, that's right.
He was Muslim. Muslim. That's the first person I got introduced to.
So how did that make you feel being that you were in the cell with him? Like, I mean, share with us at that time, like, how did you feel? Like, what was your mental at?
Yeah, see, well, he didn't come out and tell me at first. When you like in the system, like, because I went to Sussex 1 State Prison. Because I'm in it. No, as a matter of fact, I had got into an altercation. That's how I got it. I ain't going to the cell with him. I was in the cell with another guy by the name of Abdul Waleed. But I had got in an altercation. I had got jumped by like 6, 7 dudes. Suffered a fractured jaw. Like dudes from, all over.
Yeah.
But anyway, once I came out of hole, because they had me in the medical ward, the infirmary, because I couldn't be in general population because of my, because my stuff was, not that I was scared, but they had to have me under constant surveillance because of my jaw had the braces in. Oh, wow. And they got it, like, you can't eat, there's certain stuff you can't eat, you on liquid diet. Yeah, so anyway, when I get to that and they move me out, I come out out of the infirmary, they put me in the cell with, his name is Dembry.
Yeah.
Right? So I get in the and they said one about a month, 2 months, right? Telling them where I'm from and all that, right? Then all of a sudden one day I'm just sitting on my legs off the bunk, because Sussex one state prison. They bunks is kind of crazy. So he told me to move my legs. He said, man, where you from, man? Just do 8 every 7 days.
Yeah.
A lot of United
Yeah.
Every Sunday, just do 8.
Once every 7
Yeah,
days.
yep.
Clean system.
Clean, yeah.
I've done one every 3 days before, but it's tougher in there. To
Yeah.
do it. Yeah.
Yeah. But he worked in the kitchen. But so we having a conversation. Like, man, where you from? I was like, Suffolk. You know what part of Suffolk? I said, Jericho. He was like, with like no,
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying?
Straight gas. It's straight,
like,
straight shot.
Ronell Walker, Donnie Walker, Cleo and all.
Yeah,
Like,
Sammy.
I said I grew up with them. He said, yeah. They turned me in. I'm like, what? I'm like, hold up, man.
Oh shit.
Like, well, not all of them, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, he was supposed to have been with him.
Yeah.
Ronell was supposed to have been with him.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But, yeah, they had a dude, and the dude that he was with, named Big A,
Yeah.
locked up with him, too.
Yeah.
He from D.C., too.
Damn, man.
Right? Yeah, so...
So you were locked up with all those people. But now let's get to, okay, you were locked up with those people because you did what to get locked up?
Oh, now that's a whole different ballgame. Like,
So
it was a...
So in telling this story, let's go to let's give her a synopsis of what was going on in 96, 97, before we get to 98.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, 96, 97, I was...
These
I
are
was already
mega
been locked up for, drug distribution. I had 3 indictments, 3 drug
It was
indictments.
real.
Yeah, it was real.
Okay,
I
so
had,
your
these was
ass
indictments.
graduated.
Yeah. So I had 3 indictments, me, my homeboy, Dick Tracy, and my younger brother. Right? And they had, actually, when I got the indictments, they was running around. It was like 175, 150 indictments.
Man, when indictments was coming out, I'd be
I
scared.
remember,
to
I
death,
remember. I
man.
used to hear about that a lot too.
I'd be scared.
It's in the paper and stuff.
From Holland to Chuckatuck to Suffolk.
Yeah.
Like they had indictments. Like 150, 175. So when they picked me up, they didn't pick me up at first. Remember they was running around in unmarked vehicles. They were snapping pictures.
Yeah.
And then they pull off on you. I'm talking about the narcotics unit.
Yeah.
They would run around, take pictures, and they'd pull off.
Yeah.
Right? So anyway, they couldn't identify me in the picture. My mother had to identify me. My mother had, because I used to wear these cornrows. The old dirty bastard cornrows.
Yeah.
My jaws was real long.
Crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, I had 3 indictments on all 3 occasions. They couldn't really identify me because of my cornrows, right? And on one, they had caught me and Lil Bookie on camera arguing over the cell. Like we literally arguing.
Yeah.
They got us on camera.
Yeah.
And they had. It was probably about that size. The little recording box that they had.
Yeah.
It was about that size, right? Had us on film arguing over the sale to pluck, right? But anyway, I had 3 of those indictments, and my younger brother had bought some from Lil Abel. Lil Abel uncle was on drugs heavy. Bought a Sega and a speaker box. So this is possession of stolen goods.
That's right.
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 Which is a great avenue that the police use to come in your house. Okay, that's
And that's why I don't do
Right.
it.
And at the time, all this is running around. My homeboy, man, Lloyd Hill, he had an attempt murder. He was locked up for the attempt murder, right? I'm talking about all this stuff was going on.
At the same- right.
Yeah. Right. So they kicked my mother's house in. I'm talking about my older sister was pregnant. I mean, she had just had my nephew, Daquan. My aunt Barbara was there, my mother was there. I'm talking about they put all them on the floor. Like, my mother had a black, like, Panther poster, like that, glass. They battled around the door so hard that they shouted that.
Yeah.
And my mother still got that. She had to put the glass back in that door.
I know where she got it from.
So, right, they did all that. And I was at matter of fact, I was at Big Lodge and Cream in them house, down the street on Railroad.
Yeah.
So, I think it was Busy, man, from Portsmouth.
Yeah, rest in peace, B.
Rest in peace, right? Him and Big Lodge that came to. I said, man, look, man, they got the Dare van and everything down in front of your house, man. I was like, hold on, let me. He said, no, wait for them to go first. I'm talking about, they snatched my little brother off. He was going to the school bus. Snatched them up. And when they were reading the house, they found a sawed-off shotgun. like an ounce and a half real. Some weed.
The real.
Some weed and a lace blunt on it in the kitchen on the in the living room table. At the time I didn't know my older brother was he was doing woolies. But anyway, they locked my little brother up. They found all this stuff. So we thinking that like he 14, man, let him wear all the charges. Like,
Ain't no way.
Yeah, let him wear everything. They gave him juvenile life. They gave my younger brother juvenile life. Yep. So fast forward with all that going on.
J Love.
I ended up getting this charge that I just got home from. That was 19. I came home, because I had got locked up for the indictments. They gave me 18 months. I did 18 months because they wanted me to identify some people that it was in the film after my mother had, after I went to court, after they figured out that it was me. We had to go through all the court and all that. And they wanted me to identify some people. And I was like, nah, because they was giving me 10 years for each indictment, 30 years. They said 10 years for each indictment. So I was like, man, no, I think I was like 16. Yeah, 16. So I'm like, no. So they just gave me 18 months. They gave me 18 months. And what's so lucky about that is that they sent me to St. Brad's youth center.
Okay.
Now, this was the thing. Me and TK was there, right? I get to the youth center. I'm thinking like, man, matter of fact, 3 years. They give me 3 years.
Okay.
I'm thinking like, man, I can't do no 3 years. I can't do no 3 years, yo. But that was part of the conditions of the court.
Right.
So, man, this dude by the name of Bubba Gregg, man, from Portsmouth, man. Shout out to Bubba, man.
Yeah.
We was in, they had a young white dude from Virginia Beach, big white boy, man, with big dreads. You know, his people was bringing them, I mean, so he had all the, like, the little works and stuff. So we used to take our boots, and Bubba supposed to been watching out while we bring it to his locker, you know what I mean, to get the food. I'm talking about we hitting the locker, boom, boom. So because I'm thinking like he gonna get stuff and he gonna try to hide it. So I'm trying to make sure, and I'm not watching big dude, he on weight pit.
Yeah, you make sure he don't get you.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's all I heard was, dude, that's my locker. I'm talking about this dude was like tossing me all over. I'm like, yo, somebody help. I'm like, yo, this big white dude, I'm talking about big country white dude, I let you know, man.
Yeah.
And like, we couldn't do nothing with him.
Yeah.
We couldn't, I mean, they had to call it, they was calling the code, right? I'm talking, this dude was like, I'm 16 years old.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like
1033s in that
140 pounds, right?
Yeah.
So they end up moving that. Like, I get, now mind you, the 3 years versus me getting the 15 years because of the program.
It was good, right? Okay.
So I get kicked out the 3 years. So now I'm like, oh man, they sent back.
Tonight's episode has been sponsored by Genesis Home Health. When life gets busy, who's caring for the ones who matter the most? At Genesis Home Health, we deliver more than care. We deliver compassion, dignity, and a peace of mind, providing personal care, respite care, and also private duty. Genesis Home Health is proud to be one of the leading home health providers in the 757. Your loved one deserves professional and reliable care, and it starts today. Call Genesis Home Health right now at 757-606-0154. Again, the number is 757-606-0154. Genesis Home Health, where your family becomes our family. And mention Wait Again a Minute podcast.
Back to the jail. Big Tracy get kicked out too.
Yeah.
I said, oh man, they kicked me out. So I'm like, I'm facing the 15 years now. I'm like, man. And you know, my moms and them like, yo, why you do that? You could be doing 15 years and all that. I'm like, oh man. They end up giving me boot camp. 89 days. Boot camp.
Came off.
Yeah. And I did that boot camp.
I remember that, man. I remember like you coming home like, damn, we heard about the story. Like, how the hell? Like, came home.
Came home. I'm talking about, now mind you, I had already been like, now I need credits to get back in school because I'm still young, right? I'm 17 at the time. So I'm trying to get back into high school. So I got to go to vocational school and I got to take a trade and I got to get a GED because I had enough credits to get back into high school. So I'm going through all that, right? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm staying with my moms and everything, right? I'm working at Smithfield Packing.
Okay.
I'm talking about, with my older sister. I used to ride with her every day.
Yeah.
I ended up, man, like, I start backdooring the processes, man. Like, hanging out, not wanting to go to work, not wanting to go to school, right? So this one particular night, me, Dick Tracy, man, and Mike E, man, we was like, it was messing with a girl named, I don't know if I want to say her name or nothing like that.
That's her. I don't think that's her real name though.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say B.
Yeah, B.
I'm gonna say B. He was messing with B.
Yeah.
And it was a dude by the name of Jamaican Pete. We call him Jamaican Pete. He had a red Grand Prix.
Yeah.
He was a heavy weed man around the way. So he had ended up trying to holler at B, my old lady. You know, he had a baby by, right? So we riding around town looking for this dude. I'm talking, we all in the mountain, Cypress Mountain.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, we just like clutching.
Yeah.
Like riding around, right? So we leaving out of Cypress Mountain, I'll never forget it, man. Because I'm talking about, he had one of those big Chevy trucks, the pickup trucks.
Yeah.
I'm talking, this joint was super loud. The pipes was off of it, right?
Yeah.
Riding around this loud truck. 4 of us, me, E, Man, and Dick Tracy.
That's a lot of issues right there, boy.
Right. And I'm talking about me and 3 of us holding him.
Yeah.
So we looking for this dude. Saratoga, Cypress Mountain, Lake Kennedy, because he be all over.
Yeah.
How about we see this dude with it's Tammy's.
Yeah.
That little gas station right there.
Yeah.
Right.
Man, we see this dude right there, man, like, and I'm talking about, because I'm driving. I'm talking about before I can, like, pull inside of the driveway, you know what I mean? Like, they get a, like, I'm talking about, might he just.
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, it's people out there.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm like, no, because it wasn't supposed to go like that.
Right.
First, you want to confront him first, man. I'm talking about, man. I'm talking about, I get goosebumps every time I think about that joint.
Yeah.
And that night is the night that we caught this same charge that I'm on here for. Dick Tracy was telling us, like, man, go home. Let's go.
All right, so let me paint this picture too. So this era of time that you're talking about, I just want to make sure, because you don't know the story. There was a time where every hood had a safety net. You know, every hood had some goons that would go around the neighborhood, protect the neighborhood, and if something happened outside the neighborhood, this was that crew at that time.
Right.
So there was times where dudes, you know, and you could tell the story you want, but it was a dude to come and get them. It's like, yo, man, dude around the mountain try to do such and such, and he come get them. When they go around there, they not going to fight and all that. They going around there on something else, right? And dude like, dog, you know, like, hold up, you know. So this was an era of time where
that was going on.
anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, this was what's going on. I'm just painting a picture for those who's looking. Anybody, anywhere,
Can get it.
anybody.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was like that night, that incident happened, man. And like you was saying, it was like, see, when you're young, that's like E. I'm gonna use E for an example. His cousin, George, G. He was in South Suffolk, bro. I'm talking about, he was over there trying to like put some work. I'm talking about, dudes just ran out on him and took his stuff. He came back. I'm talking about, he came back over there like, yo, man, them people that took my stuff. Like, man, get in the car. Let's go over there real quick. Man went over there joint and took care of it, right? But anyway, the night that incident happened, man, that incident transpired. So I'm thinking like, man, I'm still in school. I'm going to vocational school and working. And I'm gonna see who's y'all might know him, Terry Wilson. That you know,
he passed
rest in
away.
peace, right?
Yeah,
Lee and them brother.
Yeah.
Terry's telling me every day, man. I'm like, man, stop hanging on them losers. Stop hanging on them losers, man. You working, going to school. You the only dude in this neighborhood that's doing it. And I was like going to school and working. Right. But it's just something about them freaking streets, man. That
it was calling you.
Yeah, right. So anyway, I'm sitting out after all this done transpired. Right. I'm back at my mother's house. I'm getting my backpack because man, Nita had a house on Oak Street. Me, Nita, her older sister Nicole, and Kurt. Right. So we stand on Oak Street.
Right.
So I'm getting all my stuff, my school stuff, packing all my stuff right. I said, man, look, I gotta make me a few more sales before I go in.
Right.
Sitting out there. Now I ain't even tell you how this, because that's a whole set of events that is missing that led up to what I'm about to tell you.
You probably want to give her that though.
So I come home 97 off my drug indictments, right? I'm cooling. So man, my one that passed, that died.
Lloyd Hill.
Right, Lloyd Hill.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, man. He got into an altercation with a dude by the name of Ant and his older brother. They from Carolina. They jumped man. I'm talking about they beat him up real bad. So, man, I ain't been home but 2 months. I'm at Nita house.
Right. Ant is 6'4", 260 pounds, curly head, red dude.
Yeah.
Right? And that's all they did is fight.
Yeah,
Wow.
So they run around there, man and Lubbock, as a matter of fact, man. They banging on the window like, yo, they jumping, man. I'm like, Nita like, yeah, you ain't going around there, you just can't. I ain't need to go around there. I ain't need, I ain't answer the joint. So the very next morning, so I'm talking about a lot of you not my hand of God, right? I'm walking. So it's a big commotion. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. Man, my pops was, cause he was back and forth. My pops had this farmer truck, cause my pops was from Carolina too. That, it's like that they sprayed the crop with.
Yeah.
It's a big tank.
Yeah.
I see the white truck, so I know my pops is. So I'm walking this is Railroad Avenue. I'm walking, but I see a lot of people. It's Tinkerboo, my cousin Tinkerboo, Della, Lee, Kurt, Big Boo Boo, and a few other people. You got the shot house, then you got the Bonnie Shooting.
Yeah.
So I get there, like they arguing, like, yo, y'all shouldn't have jumped them and all that. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. The whole time to do it, Ant is right here. I'm talking about, he outside with Lee and them, like, nah.
Right.
But I don't know it's Ant.
Right.
I'm talking, all of a sudden, I heard this big commotion, like, no, man, no. I'm talking about, because the way, this the strip right here. This my mother's house, this like the spots.
Right.
But man, his mom's people is diagonal. Like,
Right.
So
I see him coming out the back door. I'm talking about, he is so anxious to get this dude. He jumped out there off the back porch. I'm talking, he got the hammer in his hand.
Right.
He fall, bro. He fall.
So he got the hammer in his hand, and all of y'all out there. Yeah.
now, you know how Jericho is, right? So let's say if you coming off of Norfolk Road and you turn on Capitol Street.
Yeah.
Okay? When you come down Capitol Street and keep going all the way till you get to the railroad tracks,
Right.
when you make that slight right to go to the tracks, their house is the second house. They turn it down right now.
Okay.
A 2-story duplex or triplex, right? Beige color. They stand there. Now, that's Railroad Avenue. I'm from 4th across the tracks. That's Claridge Drive. But diagonally on Claridge Drive, when you come across the railroad tracks, you can go left or right. Or keep straight. If you go right a little bit diagonally, Lower Hill people are right here.
Yeah.
So you can see it's a diagonal across the tracks. But
Straight shot.
Straight shot. And I'm talking about, I'm talking about he fall. He never let it go though. He still got it. I'm talking about he fall. I can still see his mother at the back door like, no. I'm talking about he jumped across the ditch. This dude ain't paying attention at all. And to that joint start humming. Boom. I'm sorry, he takes him down the street. He just let that joint go like boom, 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 boom. Dude take off running. 8 months after this incident, he back around Jericho.
Right.
I'm talking about
This same guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring you back up to date.
Right.
So, but the incident happened at me, Dick Church, looking for the dude Pete. So I'm sitting on my mother stoop porch trying to get me a few sales before I go in. Yeah, I had some money for I go in, right? How about this dude pull up? Him and another dude, man, like, I can't remember the dude's name, right? He get out the car, like, yo, you seen Johnny? And, rest in peace, Johnny.
Pete Dog.
Cause we used to, move for, like, help Johnny, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, in time now, this is a little outdated. Pagers, beepers. I ran the house and I beat Page Johnny and told him that Aunt, wanted to see him. So as I'm in there, doing, I'm like, oh no, man, you can't be around here. I'm in my head, I'm like, oh no, I gotta let him tell him get from around here.
Right.
Now, man, it's just me and him outside. It's like 10 o'clock at night.
Right.
So I said, man, I came back outside. I said, man, I don't think it's good for you to be around here, man. Like, man, I'm good. Right. So he goes sit on Bonnie Soup porch.
Yeah.
Wait for Johnny. I'm on the stoop. I see, because, man, he got his people here and it's across the street.
Yeah.
I see this dude, man, step out on the front porch, man. I don't know how this dude see this dude on that porch.
Yeah.
But I already, like, some in me, like, even to this day, man, in hindsight, I could have been a little bit more vocal with it. This dude ran inside, oh, boom. I'm talking, he shot across the street. Like, came to me, like, I'm talking, at the same time he come up the street.
Yeah.
I like, oh,
The whole play come together right in front.
I like,
Now,
oh, no,
let me pause you in this story because it's a few things, and then you might not know, and then there's a theory out there you might not know. So before he came across the tracks, he came to me, Ernie.
Yep.
He was destined for this to happen. P-Dog, what nobody, because it was a time where it was scarce.
Yep.
It is, you know, you got to understand, it was, you know, we used to have this thing before, after, close to election years and stuff started getting funny back then. You know what I'm saying? So he was going to everybody. Me, Mon, and Walt, and them folks, you know.
That's where it came from, that side.
I already know. He came to our house. Now, Ernie bought him here.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't,
Ernie
bought him here. He stayed in our house.
Right, yep. You're
so,
right.
So let me ask you something. So did y'all ever think about writing a book? Cause like this, I'm sitting here like I can't even really
Man, it's
say
chills
anything
running
because
through me, though.
And I'm sitting here like chill because it's like, yo, this is like a book, like a urban hood book.
This is crazy. So go ahead, brother.
I mean, like, I ain't even really until
I know.
you said it.
Yeah.
Because he said this what he said. You know, he can't find nobody.
Yeah, because nobody was.
Across the track.
Everybody
With
like
Ernie
chill.
D.
Yeah,
Yep.
everybody
So
like
I'm
chill.
That's crazy.
So Mike E coming up the street, man. I'm like, oh man, no, this is all that's going in my head right now, right? I'm like, oh man. So I go, I said, hey man, you need, you know, bounce. He said, man, I'm good. That's how he said, man, I'm good. And all of a sudden, he was like, yeah, we got to get him. We got to have him. So and my thing is, man, not my mom stay here, man. This dude, man, we ain't nobody got nothing on their face.
Right.
How you, man, I already know who it is, bro. This man ain't like you no sucker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that was one of those instances where I was like, you gotta use your brain, man.
Right,
Like,
right.
Man, like, man, you salt man and you jump man, and now you trying to cover for the. I'm like, man, do you? Y'all do you? So I'm talking about they go in the back, so I go to the back. So we there in the back, like, yeah, like we got him. So they still in the back, politicking on what they gonna do. So I go back to the front, like, yo, Aunt, go ahead, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. So you know, I just whipped out, I just, you know, fired it out. Boom, man, kill your ass, man. I'm telling they ready.
Because what I'm giving you a break, but what's about to happen ain't gonna be no break.
You know what I mean? And as I'm talking about, as soon as I like fired that, I'm talking about they running up to the front because they thinking that I'm trying to do it by myself. Like so, they, I mean, go through his pockets and everything, right? So he backing up, leaving like, oh, y'all got me, and next thing you know, it's like, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Like
he steady, like moving a little bit, like
yeah,
big
man.
dude.
Wow.
Like, yeah, man. That's how I ended up with the time that I got.
So how much? Okay, so you went to court. So you were charged with what?
First degree. First they gave us capital murder.
Okay.
Right? They were sentenced with capital because anytime you have like a
Robbery.
and commission of a felony murder, it can hit you with capital murder. And at that time, Rico and them had theirs joint too.
Yeah. This was a crazy year. Crazy year.
They had their double homicide joint. So they was really trying to like socket it. Coming in the courts with.
Right.
They were trying to gain you the business.
Yeah. Free Rico and QP.
Yeah, free Rico and QP, man.
So you were charged with first degree.
Yeah, first degree. All of us, they charged all of us with they charged all of us with capital murder.
Capital murder.
Then they reduced it
to
first degree.
To first degree.
Right.
So and that was you who and who?
Me, man, and my Dick Tracy. He was the one that had the good sense. He was like, yo, I'm gone. He was like, bro, this
Thank God,
leave.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so they charged you guys and then they reduced it and then you were sentenced to how many years?
78 years.
78 years.
Yeah, 78
so how
years.
were you sitting here? How many years did you do?
I did 25 years.
You did 25?
Yeah. Since I was 19.
That's a lot of time.
Yeah, with no parole.
So-
There was no parole.
Okay, so bring us up to speed on that. Like no parole, 78 years. You did 25. How were you here?
That's a good question. Like, it started when I was at the Southampton Reception Center, right? I'm going into prison blind, right? I'm talking this after my sentence. I'm going into prison knowing that, man, I'm because my court opponent attorney told me when I was in, because they was giving me this Alford plea to, you know what I mean? Alford plea basically says that you're not omitting any guilt.
But
you
it
just
got
have enough evidence.
right.
They say I'm guilty, right?
You know what I mean? So I'm going in this. I'm in this system, man. I'm like,
So hold on,
man.
let me ask you something. So they gave all you guys an Alford plea, or they just gave you an Alford plea?
Well, no, they gave Mike E 2 life sentences, right? They gave man 78, right? Yeah, man, it was a crazy situation because of the statement that was made. So a statement is what really lumped everybody in there.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Once they picked my homeboy up, it was like I don't even want to. Like I don't need because I don't want to rub his family the wrong way because what it was is that the information that he gave, it was as if me and my other co-defendant was like making them do all of the, you know what I mean, the extras. Like,
I think this is one of those unique situations. The people who know this story, you know, there's a lot of variables out there,
right?
But we know the real, like the story, and it's kind of like, you know, how I always looked at it, and I could be wrong, you know, because I'm across the tracks, I'm seeing and hearing from afar, but I'm not right on scene. But how we always understood it was like, you know, somebody's trying to prevent it. And then, you know, even the other person is kind of like, all right, we're going to go in here, we're going to steal some candy bars. Nobody agreed that we was going to kill the clerk on the way out. You know what I'm saying? That jump just took flight from your own mind. We know we on 8, you went to 10, like, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, and when you do that, you don't get the other person the ability to choose, because that's a step that you can't step back from.
Right.
So that's how it was. We always understood it, and whether that's true or not, you know, I don't know, but that's how we always understood it.
Right. I definitely, I get what both of y'all are saying, but at the same time, you know, we're in the era where it's not about, and I'm not telling you to rehash anything. What I'm telling you is that sometimes we do things and it, you know, it has a tendency to come back. And the truth always needs to be displayed and said, regardless if it ruffles feathers or not, because at the end of the day, it may can help somebody else, or they're just believing what their family member told them.
Right.
They don't know, they wasn't there, right?
Right.
So, but you're there and you're able to set the tone as to, okay, well, you might know about A, B, C, and D, but you know, this is how it really went down.
Right.
And if they feel a certain type of way, then that's on them. You have no control.
I think
over
he's done that. See, he's here because he did time for what all the stuff that he actually was a part. That's how I look at it. Universal law, right?
Universal law, right.
Understands that this time right here that you did, that's for what your role is. We know the universal law know you was trying to, you know, you didn't want to go here and you was trying to like send the dude on or whatever, but you was a part of a scheme, you know, of this team of things that went on. And so there's a lot of misconception out there. You know, there's a group of people that think that you call Lord and like, yo, your boy over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
there's a lot of different, you know, situations, but, you know, it's your story.
Absolutely.
So that situation, man, it still haunt me to the day, right? Because, it's just, there's a lot of emotions that are going with it, right? Because, for one, they felt like, because I've been in the most trouble, that I should just take everything. Like, no, man.
Yeah.
That shit don't work like that. Just because I've been getting locked up.
Who would the police or your co-defendants thought
it was one of my co-defendants, family. Was
that's
wanted me to like.
That's
like,
insane. That's insane.
You've been going through this all your life. Like, you ain't used to this. I'm like,
right. Yeah.
I was one trying to tell them dudes not to do it. Like, I ain't taking this for nobody, man.
And mafia rules is the person with the best record takes the case, not the worst record.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Both of them combined. I'm talking my record alone was gonna get me the max end of my sentence. You know what I mean? Right.
Yeah.
So you were sentenced to 78. He was sentenced to 78, and the other guy got two life sentences. So how have you got? Well, one of them is no longer here, right?
Yeah.
But so you guys don't talk. Y'all don't have no type of communication or anything.
Well, actually, he go up for parole now.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all familiar with Karen Morrison.
Karen
Morrison is
keep it on the pod.
Yeah, she preparing his conditional pardon. She reached out to me last year. And just wanted to know a little bit of intake of what really happened because he was still like in denial of it.
Correct. Yeah.
And like I explained to her, like, man, the worst thing an individual can do if you actually did something, right? It's not the remorse and the contrition is what they look for.
Right. Accept responsibility.
Accepting responsibility.
Yeah.
And that brings me to this point with my conditional pardon. So I submitted a conditional pardon because there was no parole for me. Parole had been abolished in 1995.
Yeah.
Geriatric geriatric parole is like you got to be on your deathbed, basically. Like, you about 60, 70 years old.
Yeah,
right?
Mook, yeah. That was my child best friend. That junk broke my heart, man.
Yeah,
you know
man.
what I mean?
Mook, yeah.
Rest in peace to Mook.
So, like early on, and when I first got to South London Reception Center, right? The first book that I ever read, because, you know, I never had been into reading none of that. I read Nelson Mandela, A Long Walk to Freedom. Probably about 600 pages book. Right?
Yeah. Hell of a book.
Hell of a book, man. And the conditions of confinement during South Africa apartheid movement. I'm talking about, you would read that book, you'd be like, man, how man survive? But anyway, that book inspired me, right? Because he used to write, he wrote his appeals and all his legal work on toilet paper, tissue. Nelson Mandela.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what he wrote his stuff on. He had like a little hole in the ground that they defecate in.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, that book, man, it started me on another journey. And my first challenge was at South London Reception Center. This is what they see you before you go to prison. It's three wings, A, B, and C. They had faulty hot water tanks. If one say like the high side go, in the wintertime, dead of winter, maybe 20, 30 people may get a hot shower. The rest of it, I'm talking about ice cold, drinkable cold water.
Wow.
You got to take a shower in.
Right.
So me and a dude by the name of Imani Melvin from Virginia Beach, we got together. My first time ever like writing anything, right? I remember getting an address from the booth, Congressman Bobby C. Scott. Man, shout out to Bobby Scott.
That's right.
Right, shout out to Bobby Scott. I'm talking about from my inception of prison, he have always responded to my letters and, you know, checked on me. Bobby Scott.
That's
like,
right.
I done took pictures with Bobby Scott and everything, right? But anyway,
Yeah.
my first complaint, grievances was answered. They had to get those hot water tanks. They was trying to figure out, well, who wrote it up?
Who wrote it, yeah.
Who was wrote it? Yeah, I'm talking about they got brand new. I'm talking we was sitting in the cell. We seen this, at that time they had like this big dually truck. I'll never forget it, like the trailer. They had these 3 big tanks on it.
Yeah.
Backing them up to the institution.
Yeah.
And they had to install them. So because of me and him, we wrote that joint up.
So you writing stuff or whatever. So now they're having issues with it being too hot.
Now
That's crazy.
Now the summer hit. They didn't have fans. No, I'm talking about they got a cow pasture in Southampton. I'm talking about, the smell and the heat combined, man, I'm talking about is horrible, right?
Yeah.
They didn't have fans. Again, shoot a kite to Bobby Scott. Look, they ain't got no fans, man. That's when they started selling the 8-inch cool operator junior fans, the flexible fans.
Yeah.
They started selling them because I wrote them up and challenged them. And I'm talking about when they first got the first bed space open at Sister One State Prison, they got me up out of that joint.
Yeah.
They got me up out of
Had
there.
you been in the feds, brother, you would have been on something called diesel therapy. By the time your letter would have got out, I'm telling you,
You'd have been gone.
you've been gone. But this is what they had. Shout out to Kariva Nicole. This is what they had her doing.
Right.
They would have had you on diesel therapy. But that's a beautiful thing. So now you're seeing a result is a power in the pen.
Power in the pen. Right?
Okay.
So I leave out of they kick me out of South London Reception Center. I end up Sussex One State Prison. I'm there, right? Mayhem when I first get there. I'm talking about Abdul Wali, man. Shout out to Abdul Wali, man. He had 2 life sentences and some more years. He probably would never see the streets again. Maybe.
That's crazy.
Right? From Petersburg, Virginia.
That's right.
I'm in the cell with this dude, man. And he get there arguing, an altercation with a dude by the name of Chauncey from Norfolk. Man, shout out to Chauncey, because he out too, right? They arguing back and forth. Now, they housemen, they the ones who clean the pods. Chauncey already out because Chauncey run the politics. He sitting out the politics.
That's
so
right.
Abdul Wali, he trying to get out too, do the ripping and running, because he a houseman. So, he taking his time. They fussing. Boom, back to the door. He call him all types, out his name and everything. Abdul Wali, Muslim brother. He call him out of the name. So Chauncey finally comes to the door like, man, what's up, man? You call him outside and they like, man, we'll pop the door. Nigga, I ain't got time for it. Pop the door. He tell him pop the door. They go in and say, I was on here, a bunch of boom, 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 boom. About 2-3 minutes of this going on.
Yeah.
He come back to the cell. Now, he don't have nothing on his. He got on a white T-shirt. Never forget this one, man. When he turned around and said, man, I need you to do some gloves and some A&D ointment. He said, man, I need you to do something for me. I'm like, matter of fact, I'm looking at I never forget this, man. What's George Lopez show?
Yeah.
That was my favorite show, George Lopez.
Yeah.
He done interrupt my whole show.
Yeah.
Right? Come to find out, he done got stabbed like 4 or 5 times. And this was the crazy part because I never really seen anybody get, you know what I mean, up, like stabbed. After somebody being stabbed. So he take his shirt off. Now, I'm talking about this dude is like in his 50s, man, but he ripped up. I'm talking about this dude, like, for to be his age, you know, he decent. But you can see like the little white specks of blood in the meat because he poked them real good.
Right.
Oh, my God.
Here I am, you got me, I'm 19, 20 years old, man. I'm putting A&D on me over his, and I'm like, man, you need to go to medical.
Right.
Yeah, and that was like my first real joint of serious matter like against that. But me like filing paperwork, it started later on in my, you know what I mean, in my bed. I did about straight 10 years without this doing that. I mean, I did exhaust my court legal legal remedies.
Right.
And being that President Clinton, I think he did away with the it was something that he did away with. The I forget what it was. It's some type of law that he had did away with. Would allow you to get back in court in enough time, but he had did away with it. So after I exhausted all my remedies, it was just like freelancing then, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm going through my bed until I ran just from about 2012 probably. Man, I don't have a GED yet. Now I got my GED in 2010. Because it was the old head used to tell me, man, you need to get some type of educational trades.
Right.
But when you got time like I got, like dudes got time, they don't put you in no programs.
Right.
You got too much time.
Right.
Security, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Not security. It's like we somebody's gonna go on the street in 5 years. They can use this. You ain't gonna use this. You ain't going home.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
for years, I couldn't get in no programs. They wouldn't let me in no programs. Say your time. They put you on the list, but you ain't getting no programs.
Yeah. So
eventually, when I get to Greensville, all this happened at Greensville. Like 2010 is when I really started like trying to like find some way out of this madness, right? Ran into a brother by the name of Pakistan Garrett. This is his real name.
Yeah.
Pakistan Garrett from Brooklyn, New York. I'm talking about this dude hated the COs.
Yeah.
I'm talking he couldn't stand them. But he had some vices too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, he was into that. Like, you know what I mean? Pulling on the stuff. But anyway.
Gunner, huh?
Yeah. He ended up getting.
She used to be a CEO. I just want you to know that. So,
She
used to be a CEO. Don't you know? So you know she been hit with a Uzi.
Yeah. Like, oh, these niggas crazy.
But you know what
I've
though?
never done
I don't remember ever writing somebody up.
Yeah.
I always used to joke. I'd be like, look, you know, I used to always go
You
there.
been gunned though. Let's know that.
Oh yes.
They didn't hit you with a
yes.
Uzi.
But, oh yes, that's what I'm saying. I know I have, but I'm saying I've never wrote nobody up for it.
Surprised you ain't pregnant, dog.
I should probably been pregnant about 4 or 5 times.
I'm talking my cousin Rashida be tripping on me on some of my content. Rashida Rogers, I'm talking she be dying laughing on some of my content.
Yeah.
But so Pakistan Gary around about 2012, they had something that the jury was instructed to do, but he didn't do it. So what Pakistan had me and my cellie, man, shout out to Connie Dean, man, that's my old cellie, right? He home there, but he had like a lot of time too, but he ended up getting juvenile parole because he felt it was a juvenile. He had me and him on this wild goose chase, man, chasing the wind. But he was on to something because they kept on red taping us. Like we had to reach out to the state police to get our sentencing orders. So I ended up getting all that back. I'm talking about it was like we was on to something. But then he ended up getting transferred, and then that joint is because we didn't know what to do after that.
They put him on diesel therapy.
They transferred Pakistan.
Right.
So I'm stuck. We don't know what to do. So that joint just died out. But what happened in the process of me doing all that research, I ran across the conditional pardon papers. Crazy. And I said to myself, I'm gonna just hold on to them because I really didn't know how to file it.
Right.
At first, from first glance. So they got a whole. It's a little pamphlet that I ran when I was in the law library. It was a little pamphlet, so I held on to it. After that, so I said about 2 years before I started taking the conditional pardon, look serious. So I like boom. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot. I filed it. Filed that joint completely wrong. They sent that joint back.
Yeah.
Normally, what they do is when you file something wrong,
You gotta wait.
no, they don't even tell you that you did it wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They just let you figure it out on your own.
They figure on.
This I'm talking about. God is real, right?
Yeah.
So they send the letter that I sent to them explaining me that I filed it wrong and this how you should file it. Accompanied with the actual document to file it.
Wow.
And
Yeah, it
it's
wasn't bad
insane.
for God.
That's
Yeah.
God.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about, I was like, because it was a brother by the name of, I actually rock with a whole lot of DC dudes too, because well, they used to rock with me because they felt like I had some family in D.C. I had a lot of family in D.C.
Right.
I used to tell dudes that a lot. So a lot of D.C. dudes used to rock with me a lot. Right?
Yeah.
But that dude by the name of Eric Williams, man, from D.C. Man, shout out to D.C., Washington, D.C., man. So he was telling me, he was like, man, he said you need to go full-fledged with this thing because normally what they don't, because he one of those prison litigation dudes.
Mm-hmm. Right.
He been in the system about 25. He already been in the system about 25, 30 years. Right. So he telling me, man, when they see stuff like this, he said, jump on it. So I go into it. He helped me a little bit, right? But from all the other stuff, because I ain't really like people, you know what I mean, all of my business and stuff like that. Yeah, you know what I mean? So I'm filing the paperwork. But not just the paperwork, it's just like what I'm doing because, dudes be hating.
Yeah,
they got these negative, man, that shit ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
You gotta
I mean, not just that, they try to, you got to do something to them and mess your record, get a shot, get it be in the hole, slow your process up.
That's the negative stuff. Dudes quick to say, like, because I'm talking about, once dudes found out I was filing a conditional part, like, man, you got a valid crime, man, you tripping.
Yeah.
Man, you got a valid crime, man, you got a body, and you got gunshots, and you got a record, like, man. He said, man, yeah, but shoot your shot, though.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, everybody was telling me this for about 4 years, right? Mm-hmm. So I filed it, boom. And what I was doing, and this is what people who don't know, about the conditional pardon process. Mm-hmm. In that pamphlet, it explains to you, give you definitive information, like you got to contacts, like network. So what I was doing is at the time, I had a jack, I had a phone, a touchscreen. I was on a PVG 100.
Yeah, you hit me up on it.
Yeah, that's right, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, see, normally what dudes do when they get phones is they just abuse it. That's how they begin to walk with.
Yeah.
But I took the initiative, man, and started like, man, I need to use this phone, man, for some benefit. Because I had a brother.
With the outside world.
Yeah, I had a brother, man, from the Virgin Islands. He was in there, but he got locked up. They moved him. He came from Florida. Young dude, green ass from the Virgin. I'm talking about the fields. Girl, I'm talking
about, they down on him.
Yeah, this I went into the phone. This dude had like eight of these phones. Like they talking about sounds like the ID.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yeah, I need you. I like, man, what's up? You're like, man, I got at least 8 phones. I'm gonna throw you one. And then the insurance costs about $35.
Yeah.
$25 to $35.
Yeah, for a jack.
Wow.
For a jack, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
damn.
It's like, because where I was at, like, they know that it's very seldom that they gonna get over there where I work at. Right? Mm-hmm. So I put these joints up, man. I got a little joint, me and my Sally, we rocking. But anyway, I'm looking up Louise Lucas, Bobby's. I'm talking about all of the people that's for second chances, right? Because if I didn't have that jack, man, I'm talking about probably none of this would probably be possible because family, my sister don't, they got lives, they ain't got time to be all on, you know what I'm saying? Like boom, boom, boom. Like, so that was the blessing, right?
Yeah.
I end up contacting Senator Jennifer McClellan, man, in her office. They offered to take up my conditional pardon, investigating everything. So they sent me some paperwork to sign out to release all of my, my information from my records. So they did all that. That joint went silent for about 2 years. I like, man, I got a little nervous. I started another writing campaign. So
right.
And I was where I was working at. My supervisor, Miss Wiggins, she had a copy machine. Now copies in prison run you about 35 cents a copy.
Yeah.
I ain't got that type of one of the copies that I need to get. Yeah. So I said, Wiggins, let me use this daggone copy machine. Don't break my copy machine. I'm talking about I use that copy machine to that joint conked out. You owe me a copy machine. But if I was him.
And so people don't know out there, with a case like his, you're talking about 1,500 pages.
Right.
You're talking about $500-$600 to get them copies.
Right.
Wow.
Easy. So say you Louise Lucas, say you Don Scott, say this Jennifer McClellan. That I had all my unconditional pocket special like this because I ain't had no trades. Nothing. Do you know this? The correctional officers and the school facilitators, once they found out that I was trying to get a conditional pardon, they was putting me in all the programs. I'm talking about HVAC certification.
Well,
Genie Lift. Genie Lift forklift certification is strictly for housing unit 1, the entry building. You're only supposed to be in there. I'm on the dock driving the forklift.
Yeah.
So it was basically meant for you to get out. Everything was lining up.
Everything was lining up. So everything was lining up, man. I'm talking about and I had like my conditional pardon package about that thick. Man, you now I'm sending one Don Scott, Louise Lucas, Senator Jennifer McClellan. I'm talking about Senator Jennifer Bosco. I'm talking about every senator and delegate that I felt was for second chances. Right. That's what I was writing to, and doing. That's what they say networking. You got to get the people familiarize them with you. Your struggle, my plight, and I'm talking about. And every letter that I sent, I made sure that I highlighted the fact that I'm completely contrite, on full responsibility and accountability for my actions. Right? I made sure that I implemented that in every single letter I wrote.
That's right.
Yeah. So
that process took how long before you were given a conditional pardon? And who gave you the conditional pardon?
Governor Ralph Northam. Okay. He gave me the conditional pardon before he left office. So I started it in like 2016, 2017. It didn't get granted until 2022.
That ain't bad.
It's not, but
I mean, when you look at but when you look at like the time that you've done and then the time that you're supposed to been doing, it's like
Seville.
It was just, I'll put it this way, it was just designed for you to come home.
Absolutely.
And it's for you to come home and show people, what it looks like. Like, things can happen. You make mistakes. You might be in the wrong place, wrong time, or may not been how it's supposed to have went down.
Right.
But because you were remorseful, because you stood on what happened, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't have happened, but it happened.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yet it's still, I'm remorseful for it. You know what I'm saying? I think about it day in, day out. And not only think about it, your actions from you being in prison, I'm sure after a couple of years you got it together. Right. You know what I'm saying? You got it together. You wasn't there getting a whole bunch of shots and stuff because you said you went in young.
I only had 3 charges since I'm someone 25 years. Guess what my charges were? Yeah. All that South End Reception Center. They was giving us these white tublets.
He was gunning.
Exactly. Look. Hey, I allow you that. Look, I allow you that. This is real talk. Right? I didn't do the gunning part right. Look, they had an officer by the name of Brown, man, from Southampton, right? Yeah. No, she was from Franklin.
Yeah.
Because we used to have the recycled boxes and T-shirts. So I'm trying to get some new stuff, right? Because every time we'll rig the door up, put the little toilet paper roll thing in the door, rig the door up, so she push the cot. I can snatch some off the cot, some new stuff, right? Because she run out, so I snatch some stuff, right? But anyway, and I'm going to the shower, right? I call myself like getting, Roscoe Fox going to the shower and everything, right? And I snap a towel off and turn around and say, "Oh yeah, I'm running your ass up. I'm running your ass up." I'm like, "Oh no, bro, please don't like that." I'm talking about that traumatized me early on, so I ain't never get it.
Hey boy.
Yeah, hey, man. Hey, that's a true story, man.
Yeah, young men in the prime of their life, man. It's tough, Chandler. All of my 20s I spent in the Fed, so it's tough to see a woman that you wouldn't even look at on the street. You'd be like, boy, man.
And I'm talking about, down. I done had some, they had a sergeant, man. Sergeant Spriggs. Look, they was giving me a job. I lied to you now. Stop serving the reception center. But then she was like, because I still have my goals. I still have my grills in.
Yeah.
She was like, I ain't getting no job because you can be out there flirting with my staff. No, I can't give you a job up there in that area. I can't give you a job. She didn't give me no job. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's crazy, man.
I thought you would be coming behind her people. So now let me ask you this. So you did that time, and now if you could change something in your past, what would it be? Do you think?
I don't really know because it's really what shaped me, right? It really is. Because had I not. This experience was traumatic, as bad as it sounds, but I don't think that I would be on this path, this course that I'm on right now.
Correct. Right.
Had I not got incarcerated. And like I said, man, prison is not a place that you want to go to try to get your life together. But if you're there, I stopped looking at it as a place of punishment, but a place of, rehabilitating myself because the institution really do not provide the rehabilitation that dudes need. That stuff come from within.
Right.
It got to be an individual like, yeah, man, I'm tired of living like this.
That's
and I'm going to go one, it was dudes and they actually, because I used to walk around with books. No, all my money wasn't going to commissary. I'm talking about, all right, I'll read a book.
So you eating the nasty food?
Nah,
There's no way.
I'm talking. No, absolutely not. I'm talking. I was a oodle and noodle king.
Right, okay.
Yeah, but
Gotcha.
majority of my money went to like books, like educational stuff. I
About
immersed myself
empowering
into
yourself,
reading,
yeah.
right, because I'm looking at the environment. Either you're gonna become part of that environment, you're gonna let that environment continue to mold and shape you, or you're gonna shake up out of it. And you know, and once dudes see you on your stuff, they respect it.
Right.
But they ain't respecting it, dude. You wishy-washy. I'm
That's
talking.
right.
When I went to King Mountain Correctional Facility, I'm talking. That's all they used to say. AI.
So you went to King Mountain. You was at Sussex. So you were there because of your charges or because of your behavior.
You won't believe how I got to King Mountain Correctional Facility from Sussex West State Prison.
How?
Filing a lawsuit.
He was on diesel therapy.
But nowhere near aggressive as. See, they just move you.
Yeah.
If they would have, if he was in the phase, they would have bounced. He would have been in Montana. They would have bounced him all everywhere. They don't play, man. Hey, one of our brothers, Razor, man, they put him on diesel for a year, man, messed him up, man.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy. So so you did that time, and now, what if somebody was to look at you? And I applaud you for even coming on telling your story. Because, people think they know your story, but they don't know because they were not there.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It was only 4 people there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you coming out telling your side, but what if somebody saw you and they look at you for who you used to be?
Right.
Like, how would you feel about that?
And like that's crazy. That's crazy to say that, right? It's not. I can't remember his name, man. Excuse me. I can't remember.
You ain't gotta call his
name.
name, but go ahead and say it's just an
Yeah, he seen me cause some people when they still be seeing me, right? Because I don't be out a whole lot,
Right.
And it's hard for me to remember people for real.
Right.
Like, it's some family members that I can't remember faces, names. I made some content on this. This is a real affair that people need to know.
That's right.
Like long-term incarceration has an effect on your memory bank.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? Maybe names or faces, right? But anyway. I ran into what's his name? I can't remember his name, man. Ingram. His last name was Ingram, I think.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep.
Not Skinner.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
Hollywood.
Yeah. I ran into him at 7-Eleven on Railroad Road, man. This is a while back. And I'm talking about, man, I remember you from back, man. When you I'm like, man, I don't remember you.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about, he was really
Offended.
Offended.
Yeah.
I like, bruh.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I've been going 25 years. I said, it's family. I'm saying we just had a family reunion last year. It's family members in the family reunion. I'm like, damn. Shit. Oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, because I mean, that stuff plays a part, man. Like, you been gone, you locked, confined away for so long.
Yeah.
And, and then you got to think, I'm looking at the fact that I may be dying in here.
Right.
You know what I mean? They said my chance of getting out of prison, somebody hit the lottery before I get out of prison. That's what my lawyer, John Mazzell, told me. He said, I'll never see the streets again.
Right.
That's what John Mazzell, I'm talking about in the holding tank.
Right.
He said, man, you'll never see the streets. Because I'm combating him about the
Representation.
the representation and the fact that he wanted me to enter an Alford Plea. I said, man, I don't have nothing to do with this, man.
Right. Did you end up taking the Alford Plea? You just took it? You did?
Yeah.
The Alford Plea, I'm going to tell you, man, the Alford Plea is a trick bag. Alford Plea is saying, did you eat my last cookies that I had in the refrigerator? And you asking your child, and they say, I don't know. That's what the Alford Plea is. Either you ate them or you didn't, right? When you say, I don't know, you can get the same butt whipping you did if you said yes.
Right.
You're giving all your rights away. You know what I'm saying? So we got a homeboy, Free QP, that, he got hit in that Alford Plea situation and he's catching it. And, that's a guy that I feel like had he been, and I can't speak on his whole situation. I don't want to put a lot out there because he's still fighting. But that's the blueprint. This brother, is given the blueprint. They in kind of in the same boat. You know what I'm saying? I'm this man. I'm glad you're here, and also
on this side, absolutely.
I'm caught in a whirlwind because you got to understand the whole time this is going on, my cousin is on his knees crying because Ernie bought this dude here, so he's calling the dude mom and his daughter, explaining to them what happened. You know what I'm saying? He's crying. When I say crying, I ain't talking about I'm talking about snot bumpers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, on one hand you had your cousin, and one hand you had your homeboys. Until you really hear the whole story. Because see, one thing about me is I always understood how the streets work, right? And everybody has a job. I don't look at the stick-up boy no less than I look at another hustler, because both of them got the same goal. They're both trying to get money, right? It's just that, you know, I fall more on the hustling side, but I know my job is to protect what I got, and his job is to get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, you know, it's an art to even understanding that. But I just want you to know, bro, like, I'm glad you, man, this is for people who understand the street, this is almost compared to like being drafted to the NFL straight out of high school.
Right.
That never happens. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The NFL, it never happens. You know what I'm saying? So this is a legendary situation and a real inspiration for people to get their life together.
And what's so crazy about it, right? Man, shout out to Big Phil too, man.
Yeah.
You know, Big Phil, I think he was married to the dude and somebody in his family. You know, when they came to interview me, because they sent somebody to interview me from the Commonwealth, the Commonwealth office.
Right.
Yeah, Mr. Poole. They contacted that side of the family to, you know, whenever they do this thing called Victims Impact.
That's right.
Yeah, they contact them, and I'm talking about their family, like, commended me for, you know,
Right.
for, you know, me being honest and things of that nature. And, you know,
That's
that was
how-
part of it.
Yeah.
Like, but Big Phil, him knowing me coming up, he
Yeah.
was able to, you know, to navigate that for, you know, that part, man.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The family, the victim, and that
Family,
played a
yeah.
part too. But the actual, like, when I talked to the dude, Mr. Poole, man, and I'm gonna say this, and I know y'all about ready to sit down, right? But in that interview, when he first came in there and told me, say, like, man, look, we can't give no more time. I just need you to be truthful with me. And I'm talking about, explain to me tonight this happened. I explained to him. And when I started shedding them tears and crying, right, he raised his finger like, that's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. The emotion,
Right,
the
right.
sympathy, the remorse. He said, you can't make that up. He been doing this stuff about 30 years. And then he asked me, one of the craziest, well, not crazy. He said, why do I think the governor should grant me a conditional pardon?
And what did you say?
I said, man, you know, I'm not in the, these are my very words. I said, I'm not in the position to make that decision. I'm going to leave it up for those who are qualified to make that decision. And I left it at that. He said, man, you know what? I've never heard that response. Never.
Right.
His whole time of doing this, he said, the people, you know, I had to tell him, hey, all right, that's enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just made it, you know what I
Trying
mean?
to sell themselves, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, man.
And listen, before we close out, I want to give you a story, something that happened while you was gone.
Right.
Because I left about 3 years after you did. But something that happened in between that window, that's going to just give you a quick laugh. But so your oldest brother, we you know, he hollered, he come across he come across the street, holler at me. And at this time, you know, P-Dog, rest in peace, he's still the neighborhood guy, right? But
Yeah.
I'm on his coattail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I heard about this when I was in.
So Vest hit me up. We in my car, and I got this 300ZX with mirror tint around it, so you can't see in the car. So we in the car, and we taking care of some business. I got the calculator out. For those, we call it a scale, a calculator. I got the calculator out on the armrest, and I'm putting this lid up there. He on the passenger seat. While we doing this, I look up at him. His eyes big. I'm like, "What's up, Vest?" He like, "Look behind you, though." I look behind you. It's the knocks on bikes.
Yeah.
Right? Did he tell you about it? He did.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Listen. They on bicycles.
Yeah.
I got about. Man, I got about a 4.5 or something, right? I'm like, man, what the fuck? So my car running, it ran so quiet as a stick.
Yeah.
Man, I put the emergency brake down and slid that joint in reverse and crept back.
Yeah.
When I went to pull out, them Jones, they came from everywhere. They pulled us over on y'all side on 5th, right in front of Mickey House, right? So when I get in the jump, I said, look, Vest, they own me. I said, you a working guy, you got your uniform on. I'm gonna slide this jump. And I'm going to take all the heat. I'm going to even take off running or some shit to get the heat off me. And then you, and they said, D, Don't do it, man. It's like I can't do that, bro. He said my mama, family, everybody depend on me. Like, nah. He was like straight up, like, nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Police came to the car. I'm still dirty. I know they gonna search, right? But I'm wiggling. This is my word. They got out the car, checked to make sure he ain't had no warrants. They let him go, right? I'm dirty. I got the joint in my crotch, right? They pat me, just a little pat, put me in the back of the police car while they searched my car. They going to search the car, my word on everything, yo. It must have been God. I took that joint in handcuffs, wiggled it, and got it and stuffed it in the police car.
Ain't no way.
And left it there.
It's probably still around.
Man, listen. Man, so they probably ran around dirty right now. Car 152, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Listen, your brother ass with this bitch. But it was look, and I look, and I want no feeling in them. And I look back, I was like, man, that was real, because I got to take accountability. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was real. But man, I'm glad you had a chance to stop by, man. This story is deep. But we cutting it here or whatever. But I just appreciate you, man.
Already,
and love is love. You already know what it is.
So, before we go, I want to give you an opportunity to say something to somebody who's behind the walls, and they may be, receive 70, however many years, and they're thinking just like where you were, that they wasn't gonna be able to get out. What would you say to them to give them some sense of hope?
Man, it's so many things, man, but the one thing that I did do was I stayed focused, right? I stayed away from things that wouldn't benefit me, right? Because I was doing things at first at one time that wasn't giving me no benefit until old head put up on me. He was like, man, you ain't in school. You ain't doing nothing. I like, man, I got 75 years, man. What the fuck I got to say? You never know what type of laws are going to change. And you ain't even been putting yourself in a position to reap the benefits of them laws. So that alone started altering my thinking. Even though I was still dipping and dabbing here and there, but my main focus point was to stay away from charges. Try to get. I had started a campaign on the fact that they wasn't allowing individuals who had a certain amount of time to get in programs.
Right.
I started a petition. They transferred me. Right? But I was trying to get a petition to get dudes to sign a petition to let lawmakers, because
fair,
they haven't. It's not fair. But to stay focused and don't give up. Never give up, man. Don't give up until you ain't got no breath.
That's right.
Until your last breath, like.
That's it.
That's it. So with that being said, stay tuned to All Things Wait Again a Minute. Good night.
Peace.
Peace.
Hit